Hi everyone, this is Richard with Lunar Ads, and today I'm going to show you how to implement the Lunar Ads SDK into your Corona application. So once we're logged into the Lunar Ads website, we can click Dashboard and you'll see the SDK option that now appears on the menu. Once there, you can tap the Download Corona SDK button. Under that, you'll see the appropriate tags that you'll need to add to your code in order to have the ads show up for you. But right now, we'll just go ahead and download the SDK and worry about these tags in just a moment. So the SDK is downloaded, and here it appears in my downloads folder. Open this up for you. What you see when you download the SDK is an actual app that has the Lunar Ads embedded into it. You don't need all of this. The only thing you really need to worry about is this lunar.lua file. You can also look at the instructions, but the main file that you need to include into your application is the lunar.lua file. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is launch the Corona emulator. And we're going to load this up. And the way it's shipped, the SDK is installed into this app, and it will show a Lunar ad. Now this is again an example application that we have built just to display Lunar ads. There's a demo channel and a demo publisher ID in the code, so you'll need to change those. But basically, if you load it up as shipped, you can click the Show Lunar Ad button and you will get a Lunar ad. Now, by default, these are selected to only display the cross-promoted advertisements or cross-promoted promotions that other developers have made. So you can click this and click this and click this, and it's just going to keep showing you cross-promoted apps. So what we want to do is give you an example of how to change the publisher ID and the channel ID, channel number, for your particular ads to show up inside your apps. So let's go ahead and go over to the Lunar Ads website, and we're going to click App Channels, which we already have a few app channels created here. These are the channel numbers for our app channels. So we're just going to select the Mr. Moody iPhone channel, copy that, and what we need to do now is load up the demo code and get that loaded up here. Okay, and here we have the lunar.lua file. You will not need to edit this file at all, but this file has to be in your Corona application in order to show Lunar ads. So moving on, we'll go ahead and go to the main project file, and here you'll see where we have embedded our ad display into a function. The only reason we did that was for this button that you see here. When you tap the button, it fires the function that displays an ad. You do not need these functions. The only pieces of code you need are require lunar and those guys right there. And those are also on the website. Again, under SDK, you'll see the same tagging right there. So going back to the code, what we're going to do is replace this with our channel number. We're going to go back to the Lunar website. Right here is our publisher ID. It's on the far right hand side of the main screen, on every screen. Or you can also say my account, and it appears right there. So we're going to copy that. We're going to come over here, here, and we're going to paste that in there. The app version is for your reference only. You don't necessarily have to use that, but it is put into the analytical reporting. So if you were tracking which apps were showing which ads based on versions, you can put that in here. So if I had app version 1.1, it was an update, I would put that here, 1.2, 1.3, so on and so forth. And again, it's just for reporting so that you know what versions of apps are being displayed, because with the Lunar system, you can analytically track across all ads that you have running where those apps are showing up. So it's kind of important to know how many people might be using an older version of your app that is now 4 updates removed. So, but you don't need to put that in there unless you are tracking that sort of information. So there's my channel number, there's my publisher ID, save that file, and I'm going to come back over here to Lunar. Now when I show Lunar, actually I'm going to come over here real quick because the app channel I selected, Mr. Moody iPhone, right here, I need to adjust that a little bit because lead bolt banners work fine on the device, but they do not show up in the emulator, so we need to uncheck that. For now, I'll just show cross-promoted apps and save that. We'll come back over here to our emulator, show Lunar Ads, and now we get a cross-promoted app. Real quickly, we can also come over here and say, uncheck that, and we'll say, I'd like to show Pontiflex app leads. Save that. Come back over to our emulator, show Lunar Ad. Now we're seeing a Pontiflex ad. So if the emulator displayed the ads correctly, we could go ahead and demonstrate for you all of these, but they don't all appear correctly in the emulator for one reason or the other. It's just not supported. And also, these scroll bars that you see in the emulator are not in the device display as well. So this is just a side effect or a byproduct of running these ads in the emulator. So let me go ahead and cancel that, and we should still just be showing Pontiflex ads. And last thing I want to show you is where to position this. In the code, in the Lunar Ads display code, another option that you have is to move this ad around in the X and Y. Now 0 is upper left. This, of course, is the Y position. It's 50 pixels down. We can say 0, save that, come back over here to our emulator, show Lunar Ad, and now it's top upper left. We could position it down closer to the bottom. Save that, come over here, show Lunar Ad, and now the ad displays at the bottom. So this gives you the ability to move the ad around based on where you like it to display inside your particular application. So that's about it for the Corona implementation of the Lunar Ads SDK. It's pretty straightforward. Basically, again, you just download the Corona version of the SDK on the LunarAds.com website. Grab your channel ID, get your publisher ID in there, and once you select that particular channel and what ads you would like for it to display, it will begin showing those ads for you. And we're going to be adding to this list weekly. You should see a lot more ad networks fill in there. So be sure and stay tuned. Thanks, guys.